Well, and then there's the question about Trevor Lawrence, right? And if Tom, we're having Tom Pelissero, NFL Network here on the Rich Eisen Show. If we're having a conversation about which, insanely successful person from the collegiate level can have that translate into the pros and who's more likely to have that right now, you'd have to say it's still Trevor Lawrence over the coach. And the question is what is Trevor Lawrence thinking? And what is the general sense of his development? And what is he getting out of the relationship with a coach, again, who brought an immense resume with him from the collegiate level? What's that conversation like right now, do you think, internally or at all, Tom?
That is a fantastic question, and another important one that Shad Khan is going to need to answer in the weeks to come. What we know is that, again, Trevor Lawrence had to get involved in a situation where one of their best players was on the sideline and had to, in essence, put him back into the game himself. Also said publicly, something along the lines, and I'm paraphrasing here, but I'm the one on the field. I'm the one who sees where all the pieces are. He's one of our best players, and he needs to be in the game. That's not a common thing that you hear from a rookie quarterback, and I don't think that Trevor Lawrence meant anything negative by it, but he's clearly feeling like he needs to take further ownership over what's going on offensively. They had a terrible game against Tennessee. They got shut out. Over the past 7 games, they've scored 64 points, which is the fewest in 7 games in Jaguars history. And that is not exactly a franchise history filled with juggernaut offenses. So they're bad right now. And you have to, look into that. Is it, as simple as Urban Meyer, fires the whole offensive coaching staff? I mean, that is one potential option, I'm sure. But then who are you going to get? Who is going to want to come in to a place where, go all the way back to the preseason? And after the second preseason game, Urban Meyer, in a staff meeting, threatened everyone's jobs. Said he's sick of being embarrassed. After 2 preseason losses, he's sick of being embarrassed. And if they don't start winning immediately, a lot of these guys will not be back next year. That was the first moment that, as much as there had been signs of it through the offseason, really shook some people at the time in terms of, is he going to understand how this works in the NFL? And at the time, people made the point to me that, hey, he was brought in because he's, hard charging. He's going to turn around the program. Yeah, he's hard on people, but we need that. It's been a losing organization for so long. It just seems to have taken on a different context as the season has gone along here. And again, when you're talking about changes or what can fix it, okay, it's one thing to say, well, we're going to get rid of these people. Can you bring in good people to replace them, knowing that, if nothing else, it's very apparent that if Urban Meyer gets a second season, he is in no way guaranteed a third.
So when does Shad Khan show up at the owners' meeting? Is that today when he'll be there? And I'm sure all the cameras will be...
Yeah, likely tomorrow. Okay. Today is the labor seminar, which is where they do the salary cap projection. And, so it's a lot of the salary cap people here. I have not seen, I don't believe, a single owner. It starts late morning tomorrow. So a lot of guys will take their private jets in the morning and be here. So it'll be an interesting, it'll be an interesting day.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here